Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to my January 2020 home fragrance empties. Can't believe January is almost done. I took a look around the house and just made sure there wasn't anything that I was going to be finishing up over the next few days before the actual end of the month. So I've gathered what I have here to share the home fragrance for the first month of the new year. I didn't do quite as much crocking as I have in previous months. If you don't know what a candle crock is, I will link a video down below. In fact, open that description box up because there's always loads of information down there for you. So links to products, stuff like that is always in that box. So just expand that. It's all there. So yeah, didn't do as much crocking as I thought I would, but plan to hit that up again hard. Coming up here in January, February, because that's the next month, which is crazy. But yeah, here we are. Did do quite a bit of melting of the wax and also got some vendor wax in here to share. So we're not just doing Scentsy empties for once. You guys, let's dive right into it. Some of these candles are very old because I've had them for a long time and I'm trying to get them out of the system. So typically those tend to be the BBW candles, Bath and Body Works, if you will. I have some of these old school from 2014 White Barn Sandalwood Vanilla candles. Now, I sold a lot of these on Mercari several years ago and still managed to have a bunch left. By the way, I don't sell any of my candles on Mercari anymore. That was just a nightmare dealing with Mercari and just dishonest people. And quite frankly, shipping candles is expensive. And if there's anything that I don't ever want, I just give it to my family and friends and they love it. I mean, even if a candle is like burned a little bit, they're like, woohoo! Because most of my friends and family are just like, they're not candle or home fragrance fanatics. And so to them, it's like, oh yeah, I come home from work, I light a candle for 20 minutes and then I blow it out. Whereas in my world, if I came home from work and had 20 minutes, I'm not lighting a candle. It's not going to be fully pulled in 20 minutes, you know, like that type of thing. So there's a very clear line of family just burns because there's some ambiance and a nice smell, and I am just very passionate about it, so that's the difference. All right, anyway, these sandalwood vanillas ended up in the crock to begin with because they were from 2014 and they're very weak, which is what happens if you hoard your candles for years and years and years. The fragrance oils eventually do start to dissipate. It takes a while. So don't think that if you have a 2-year-old candle, it's not going to be good anymore. That's not the case. But if you have something, for example, like 6 years, then, you know, it's probably going to start to like lose some of its fragrance. I will say paraffin wax tends to be a little bit better at holding on to those fragrance oils. And so a lot of older, like Yankee candles, for example, will actually not only retain the fragrance oils, but almost over time, like intensify them and just make them so much more noticeable, if you will, just intense. Anyway, love this scent. The notes on this, this was back when they still kind of did some like little stories. So a romantic fusion of exotic sandalwood and luscious caramel with notes of fresh juniper and vanilla. Basically, this is sandalwood and vanilla. It is very aptly named. It's really beautiful. I don't feel like that has come back in a long time though. Although they do kind of rename and repurpose things here and there. So it could be that it has been back. I just don't think that I've seen sandalwood vanilla in a long time. Another Bath and Body Works is a sweet cranberry pie. And this one, so I did burn it all the way down, but you can see what happened. This was during the last burn. I wasn't paying attention and there was just a little bit of sooting that happened at the top. Normally I don't allow this kind of stuff at all. Anytime I see any semblance of like smokiness or sootiness, off it goes into the candle crock, but I just kind of lost track of this one. Anyway, I love this scent. This was in my top 20 of 2020 in terms of home fragrance because it was just, I just think it's such a nice release from Bath and Body Works. and I love cranberry anything. Berry pumpkin waffles, always love my berry pumpkin waffles from Homeworks. These burn like way down. These are the originals here. No, this is a fall 2020. No way. I don't know. A lot of people were saying that the berry pumpkin waffles that they received from 2020, I'm only surprised because I have a lot of backups of the original from when it first came out. And I thought I had burned one of those, but I actually burned one of the newer ones. And this one, I smelled it just fine. There were a lot of complaints that this particular one was a lot weaker. Maybe it wasn't quite as strong, but I still smelled this one through the bulk of the downstairs of my house. It's usually a powerhouse from Homeworks. I hope that Harry keeps it around. If he doesn't, I'll be really sad. All right, I'm gonna save the wax melts for last. All right, here's one. So pretty, right? I have to keep the lid with the jar because I'm gonna clean this one up. It's beautiful, this chevron purple glass, no label. This is going to be going into my bathroom, I think. Anyway, this was blackberry rose. This came in a duo with the rosewood plum. I actually like the rosewood plum a little bit more, even though I thought I would enjoy this one more. But that rosewood plum, I am nursing that along like you wouldn't believe because I don't want it to be done. I do have one backup over here. So, you know, if I finish it, it's fine. I have another one I can burn, but yeah, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. Hot cider donut. This I just burn year round. This is back in stock, by the way, so I will link it down below. Also, the packaging with Ulta and Homeworks is changing. I want to say that I saw Harry talk about it actually changing in February. So there is specific packaging that Harry is providing on behalf of Homeworks to Ulta for them to ship the candles in that packaging instead of the Ulta packaging of here's a tiny sheet of bubble wrap in a box with 4 candles and nothing else. Just bang around until it gets to your house. So anyway, that will be changing shortly. Also, there are some new releases that are trickling onto the Ulta website. I've seen a lot of people saying that the new candles at Ulta are already sold out. You guys, it's not that they're sold out, it's that Ulta does this all the time with new releases. They will put something on the website when it's not even ready to ship. They're basically just teasing the products, so you didn't miss out on it. It didn't sell out. It's not ever not coming back. They literally don't have their hands on the actual product yet. That's what's happening. But they jumped the gun and released it on the website and basically implied that it was sold out because they have the email me when available, which to most people is like, oh, they sold out. No, they're coming, you guys. And there will be plenty. There will be plenty of candles to go around. I did order myself as many of the new ones as I could from Ulta that I was actually really interested in. So I have those coming. So they are the new kind of smaller 3 wicks, and I will have reviews on those as soon as I get a hold of them and have a chance to burn them and give you guys some thoughts on this new format, which is exclusive to Ulta. So Vanilla Bean. Okay, this one just started out its life in the crock because many of you told me this one is either a sooter or a non-performer. It did really well in the candle crock. This just smells like wax. It's a nice vanilla scent, but I'll not buy it in the future because I found out after the fact that most of you said, yeah, I wouldn't bother with that one. All right, pumpkin pie lived its life in the crock. I think I did this at the beginning of January. I was like, oh, dang it, I have a pumpkin pie left. I don't want to wait until this coming fall to melt it. So I just did it at the beginning of January, and it's delicious. It's really nice. I love it. Okay, I have 2 Artiest Man candles, pumpkin chai and tobacco vanilla. They're a little dirty because I actually had these on my back porch on our table back there. It still gets... It's outside, so it's kind of dirty, so those candles are a little bit dirty. I love these candles, you guys. I love these scents. If you wanted to try something totally different from like the usual Yankee Candle, Bath & Body Works, Homeworks, Goose Creek, Kringle, whatever, check these out. Not a huge scent selection, but these are wood wicks and they smell amazing and they have an amazing strength and throw. Like these smelled up our entire backyard. The tobacco vanilla, really beautiful. And this pumpkin chai, oh, such a beautiful gourmand chai scent that I will be repurchasing this coming fall for sure. Ooh, another berry pumpkin waffles. Here's another one. What year was this one from? Oh, here's one of my originals from 2018. This one had a little bit more of the wax left in the bottom. It didn't burn down quite as much as this year's wax, but I mean, it extinguished itself. You can see I tried to relight it because I was like, I see wick clips, but there's still more wax. Anyway, moral of the story is I got my life out of it, and yeah, there was no difference between the two in terms of strength and throw. Maybe slightly lighter, but even at that, not even. And I was burning these kind of at the same time. And also separately, because sometimes I would... Did I have another one of these? Oh my god, I did. Oh, another pumpkin pie. 2 more pumpkin pies, gone. That's good. Okay. Ooh, and another hot cider donut. Love me some hot cider donut. I finished my Voluspa vanilla latte. Really nice. This was a Sephora exclusive, right? No, yeah, exclusively for Sephora. I think this vanilla latte was exclusive to Sephora. Anyway, you can't get this. I don't know why I'm telling you about it. Pumpkin pecan waffles. Great until the halfway point when I had to put it in the crock because it started like puffing up black plumes of smoke. Typically, the White Barn candles in this type of packaging where it's like the core line collection, this actually does very well for me, but this one did not. It definitely stuttered like crazy, so not a fan of that. Cinnamon French toast. This was the last out of that holiday gourmand trio. This was so good, but yeah, messy in terms of residue on the side of the jar. You can see it, but other than that, there was no soot. Burned great all the way down to the wick clips. Just gonna be a pain in the butt to clean it out though, because I have to get that residue off the side of the jar. But I love these jars. Like, these are so going to get some floral arrangements in them someday when I start doing flowers again. When will that be? No, I know I actually have a wedding in February. It's small, but it's my first event in a while, so I'm kind of excited to do flowers again. I have not done anything work-wise in months, other than like rewriting contracts. For clients who have to push their wedding date back. Oh, another pumpkin pie. Three pumpkin pies. All right, you guys, we're to the wax. Let's dive in. Okay, I'm just gonna grab. Happy birthday, you know how I feel. It's in my club. Sweet plum pastry, you know how I feel. It's in my club. Sweet plum pastry, sweet plum pastry. You can tell that Sweet Plum Pastry came out with the Bring Back My Bar in December because I felt comfortable burning more of my Sweet Plum Pastry from my backup stash. I love this scent. I know some of you tried it and you didn't like it. It bums me out to hear that because I think it's such a unique, delightful scent, but everybody's nose is different. And here's the thing, just because I like something doesn't mean you're going to. And you know, everyone is different. Another happy birthday. Be blessed. This was delightful. Berry blessed. I really like this one. Almost put it in my club. But Scentsy, I feel like, puts out scents very similar to this pretty frequently, especially for spring and summer. It's a mix between like a floral and a fruity. And it's strong. It's much more floral. But it's nice. It's really nice. Butter pecan, you guys know how I feel about butter pecan. Delightful. And there's 3 butter pecans. I have a lot of warmers. I've gotten questions about how I go through so many Scentsy bars, even though I only put in between 2 and 3 cubes per warmer. You guys, I have a boatload of warmers. Every bedroom has one, including Stella's. I have one in the outside hallway here. I have in all the bathrooms are like the smaller wall plugins. In the kitchen, I have a couple of small wall plugins. I also have the downstairs is full of the downstairs is full of full-sized warmers. So there's a lot. And here's the thing, when I say that 2 cubes or 2 to 3 cubes of an average Scentsy wax lasts me between 3, 4, sometimes 5 days, depending on the scent. It's not every scent. But what I mean by that is not having my warmers on 24/7. I don't do that anymore. I turn my warmers on at around 9 in the morning and they get shut off between 6 and 8 at night. So that's like a day of warming for me is from 9 to say 8. So yeah. And this wax only lasts me one of those melt sessions, this being the Rose Girls. So the vendor wax lasts a day the way that I warm. And I've been warming it in my Scentsy warmers. They're all well, there's 2 that have Edison watt bulbs in them, and those I think are 40 watts, but the rest of them are 25 watt warmers or the 15 for like the wall plug-in. So yeah, this is a day, on average, I would say between 3 and 4 days for my Scentsy. So this actually ends up being cheaper for me than vendor wax, but I know a lot of you don't mind changing your wax out. I don't really like changing my wax. It's not my favorite thing to do. So the Scentsy is actually a little bit more cost effective and a little less of a hassle for me. But I do really enjoy Rose Girls. So I will be repurchasing from them is the moral of the story. But yeah, there's a lot of people who are like, I have no idea how you get like 3 days out of your Scentsy. And I'm like, I don't know how you don't. And maybe it's because you leave your warmers on 24/7. I don't know if that's what it is, or if you just have the expectation of it has to be as strong as the second that I put it in or I change it. Maybe that's your requirement, and if that's the case, that's totally fine. But to me, as long as I can still smell the wax, I don't see the need to change it, and I can still smell it. And usually because I sometimes have different things going on in different rooms, I am less likely to become nose blind to scents, because it changes, like there's things change in my nose. Anyway, there's this, another butter pecan. Black raspberry vanilla. This is from the Scentsy wall diffuser fan thing. This is the very first time that I have had this. You'll see it in a haul this coming Saturday. Of course, black raspberry vanilla is delightful. Anyway, stay tuned for that haul. Spoiler, toasted marshmallow, delightful. Black raspberry vanilla. Obviously have a thing for that. Stroop waffle delight, delicious, love it. Another happy birthday. A Central Park pralines. I thought I was gonna keep this one in my club, but I ended up taking it out because I don't love it as much anymore. I feel like I warmed the heck out of it when I first got it because it was bringing back my bar, and now I'm like, I'm over it. So the bars that I have left, I will save until the coming fall. Jeweled pomegranate, delicious. Ooh, another sweet plum pastry, delicious. Apples and oats. Currently, this is what I'm melting downstairs right now, and I love it. I love apples and oats. It's like apple oatmeal, so good. A couple more Candle Daddy melt. Now, this is just like vendor wax where it lasts a day and it is done. Like I can smell nothing the next day. Snickerdoodle and hot chocolate. Here's the thing, both of these, absolutely delicious, super authentic, smell amazing, but they last a day. So there's that. All right, let's talk about what I finished in terms of Rose Girls. Berry creme brulee, love it. That was really nice. Very, very fruity, and I just lost a hair. Crazy Pants Vanilla Crunch Donuts, the names I think are very extra, which I love. This was delicious too. I would absolutely repurchase that. Sugar cookie dough, so good, but definitely has that kind of slightly boozy note, almost like vanilla extract, but really good when it's warming. Warp Zone, nope. Didn't like this. Luckily, this was free. This is like pure tin of Altoids, and I don't like that at all. And then apricot whipped cream birthday cake. Totally recommend this if you like apricot scents. I do. I think they're just so yummy. And this one was no exception. This is really good. So far, Rose Girls is going really well, and they will get more business from me. But up next, probably end of February, beginning of March is when I plan on placing an order with Kay's. She is the vendor that I've decided to go with next. And so I'll show you guys the haul. I'll take you through my weekly home fragrance roundup, let you know how things are going with that one. And then you'll hopefully start seeing the empties towards the end of March for that. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're interested in beauty favorites, I will be uploading those tomorrow. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.